Hello everyone and welcome back to Elden Ring. We definitely didn't already start a stream earlier today, and I definitely didn't just get 2 hours of my life wasted. So, the Mountaintops of the Giants, they sure are a place. Those Zamorians, those ice people, they sure are basically Jotnar, right? Kind of. Because, in Norse mythology, giants don't have to be big. Even then, those guys are big, but they're clearly not human. We're just gonna run past this thing. I don't give a shit. This place was... That's new! I have no recollection of such a thing as that. We're off to a great start thus far. Presumably this place was built by, Landell after they came through here. Actually, I wonder how long they were around here before they just dipped out. Unless the Flame Monks built all of this, but I don't think they did. Because as far as I'm aware, there are none down here. Oh, I can use crystal darts on the watchdogs too? Alright, so what I originally had like 5 hours to do, I now have like 3. So, yeah. We're gonna see how much of the mountains I actually do today. Wow, this is great. Well, you'll have to forgive me for, constantly clicking muted and unmuted, which, of course, the moving of the headphones makes a bit of noise. Every time I hear my sister's door open, I assume someone's going to be yelling. This is certainly an interesting thing. I guess this may have been made with the help of the Zamorians, which would make sense. Oh, this is fucked up. That's actually kind of an ingenious idea there. Motion sensor. Very advanced. Oh, fuck. Chilled says I recently beat Fire Giant with my Ghost Flame character. I would say I like it, but I have a new appreciation for the boss. That's great. Not as bad as I once thought. My feelings on it have certainly softened with time. You avoided the carp? Would these imps be better if someone made marketable plushies of them? I'm kind of surprised that there aren't already. Though I don't know how popular FromSoft plushies are, even though 100% they are all fan-made and on Etsy. Go fuck yourself. Fire Monk Ashes. Those sound like they may actually be kind of good. Fire Giant seems neat in concept, but Dark Souls games don't meld with big damage sponges like that. They kinda don't. Well, Fire Giant has some problems that aren't necessarily because it's a big boss. Oh, there's just despair here? Take a look at these. Fire Monk Ashes. Spirit of a stout monk who monitored the giant's flame, versed in fire incantations, and himself steeled against fire. Though he was charged with keeping watch over the flame, after many years of solemn duty, he has succumbed to its allure. Yeah, so these guys are not very good at being flame keepers. They worship it as a religious item. A religious monument. I don't know. I don't know words. I don't know anything, actually. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Hi. Oh, there is no point here. Ha ha ha. Yeah, talk about burning passion. Sheesh. We're just gonna try and speedrun this bitch. Fucking idiot. Yeah, you should go do Owl now, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can, I guess, still do it after Divine Dragon, but you might as well do him first. Black Flame Monk Ashes is stronger than normal Flame Monk. I mean, that makes sense. The Black Flame was once imbued with the power of destined death. I would imagine it's a little bit stronger than the Giant's Flame. Oh, fuck yeah. My favorite. We got some exploding pot boys here. Terrible. Oh my god. Holy shit. One of these fucking things. Oh! Owl is so strong he's mildly unfathomable. Here's what you do. You literally just fight him. Just keep fighting him. Genichiro is a big wall for you, right? I'd say he's comparable to Genichiro. to be fair, Genichiro has a big wall for everyone, but still. Besides the point. Owl, I do think, is a case of just if you are exposed to the boss long enough. Yeah, Genichiro is basically the gatekeeper for the main story. Oh, how did I not notice that earlier? Or did you just appear? No, not the great shinobi. Owl Father. Would be nice if we could use more than one flame on the Erd tree. Well, I already went down, idiot. How the fuck do I open the way out of here? Ghost Flame ending would be cool. Ah, yes, yes, of course. Tale as old as time. Oh, I've been indirectly buffed. Nice. That is beautiful, actually. That's really funny, actually. Come on, let's get it. I really don't have any patience for this thing shit, so we're just gonna break the rules. I don't think anyone really cares anyway, because no one likes these fucking things. Yeah, let's go, Tish. Let's get you some action. I don't think we've used you yet, so... Job this fucking thing. Oh, I kind of thought that was lines extending out from it, not something kind of like fucking, yeah, fine. Yeah, let's have teach him a lesson. Next video, ranking the flames of Elden Ring by their lore. I feel like someone's already did a video on all the flames. How many do we have? We have the Flame of Ruin, Black Flame, Frenzy Flame, Ghost Flame. Any others I'm missing? Ooh, that's not really what we're here for. Oh yeah, Blood Flame. Of course, of course. We're here to get some Death Root. My favorite. My favorite afternoon snack, a little bit of Death Root. Oh yeah, the weird mustard omen flame. Yeah, that's true. Gurunk, we got some more snacks for you. Alright, do I have enough to level? Not quite. Here you go.
I won't forget. Again. Mine appetite. My sin.
I just noticed how he's sitting. He's like hunched over. I thought he was crouching before, but no, he's sitting down. He's got a big hunch. Beast Claw Great Hammer. Do believe this thing's quite gnarly looking. Yeah. Great hammer with a striking end modeled to resemble 5 beastly claws. The black nails protruding from golden fur are said to represent Sarash, Lord of Beasts, who went on to become King Godfrey's regent. So I guess Sarash was at one point maybe the leader of the Beastmen, the Lord of Farum Azula. Hello Rossi, welcome back. That's pretty cool. Alright, so there's a bunch more shit that we're gonna skip that I did not originally plan on skipping. Actually, what time is it? Guess it hasn't been that long. Oh yeah, we met Millicent. Millicent was here. Millicent's going to Castle Sol. It's interesting that the fuck huge giants who are skeletons don't have the chest faces like the fire giants do. Yeah, he's prostrated. Not cool. I mean, like, I guess, but like his feet are facing forward. Yeah, Millicent's doing a little tourism, trying to find her mom. You know how it is. Also, the presence of the spirit animals here, like they are with the regal ancestor spirit, is interesting. Because those seem to be, I mean, like, I guess maybe it's because their ashes weren't returned to the Erd Tree, because how would they be? Got more of the golems, of course. When we were here in the Gelmir stream, Lieutenant spoke up about Castle Sol being around here. Now, what's down this way, actually? I believe that's where the Flame Peak is. So we kind of ended up going that way anyway. You turned a guy into a dish? Very impressive. I assume you mean a fish. Yeah, I know they nerfed Scarlet Rot Breath. They also separated PvP and PvE scaling for weapons, which is quite interesting. We got Gold Flame, Ghost Flame, Flame of Ruin, Taker's Flame, Flame of St. Trina, Frenzied Flame, Ghost Flame, Black Flame / Destined Death. An Omen get flame, just like that, and then there's Glintstone Flame. Lots of flame. Shack of the Lofty. Someone with lofty dreams. Traveling Maiden set. Hood worn by traveling maidens. Maidens traverse the lands between for different reasons. Some to seek audience with the fingers, others to find the tarnished who they were destined to guide. I guess that's what Melena's been doing. Or was doing. She broke up with us. Speaking of, whenever we get to those churches, I'll have to look up what her dialogue was. Because, you know, she's not here anymore, haha. Torrent does stay loyal, though, probably because Torrent doesn't know any better. We got some ruined shit over here. Stargazer's ruins. This is presumably where the astrologers who would go on to become the Carians used to live.
Sister, where did you go?
Hello. Of course I'm gonna summon the jellofish.
When we turn 14, we go to see the stars.
A floating spirit that illuminates its surroundings. Prone to tears, the jellyfish girl searches for her distant home, will bravely spew poison at foes on her summoner's behalf. It seems her name is Aurelia.
Dear sister, you're finally here. No time to waste. Let's see the stars.
Oh, we have joint custody of Torrent, I see. Their accent sounded quite similar to E.G.'s. Primal Glintstone Blade. Spells consume less FP, but maximum HP is reduced. An old glintstone blade that has been stained with blood. Reduces FP consumption of sorceries and incantations at the cost of maximum HP. The old sorcerers would slice open their hearts with these blades to imbue a primal glintstone with their soul, and thus did they die. Well, that's an interesting thing to do. Wish there was more spirit stuff like this in the game. Yeah, that would be really nice if more of the spirits had quest lines. Because, I mean, like, it's basically just that, and then taking Latenna with you. Do the emote, please? Okay, let's see here. The fancy spin. Let's see, where is it? Ooh, my god, how fancy. Name's very accurate. Is there anything else around here? I don't think so. Yeah, I just mean, like, that's pretty much it for this place. It's just like, yeah, the astrologers used to be here. Jack shit left of them here, but they used to be here. And they considered the fire giants their neighbors. I guess that means they got along to an extent. It'd be very interesting to see what the fire giant civilization was like back when it was, you know, more than one guy. Using yourself as fuel for the flame is interesting because you can hear voices in it. Huh. Can Latenna ride the wolves that Renala summons? That would be cool. I don't think so, though. Oh boy. It's time for the big boys. They are in town. Oh yeah, they did make the Sword of Night and Flame, kind of like in honor of their peaceful coexistence. I wonder, I really am curious of what the fire giant civilization was like. Where did they live? Did they build structures of some kind? Did they build the big structures that are up here? Oh yeah, you. Ow. Fuck. Bird. Damn, you sure showed him. gonna use the health into people? I mean, I might. I'll see if I have the stats for it. Is it good? Oh yeah, it would be cool if completing their questline also changed the ashes. Is this the one that gives me the spear? That's cool. Oh yeah! God, that's cool. But, like, holy shit, these things are cool. God damn, that's a lot of damage. And man, is that trail effect cool. Wow. Ugh. Come here. Yeah, I know those are the spears from the priests that are in his wings. Oh, I didn't notice Tish was that close to being killed. Yeah, it is kind of weird it has like a horse tail. That is definitely a strange feature. Oh shit. Oh wow. Too bad the spear is not good. That is very unfortunate. I mean, I've seen it used. The only time I've seen it used was in someone who is killing Melania. So, I suppose it's about how you use it and what you pair it with. Not dead though. Are you fucking kidding me? You gotta be fucking kidding me. That was too perfect. That was too perfect of a moment. What the fuck? The death shotgun. Jesus Christ. Oh, you're still here? Well, that's neat. Come on, Tish. Let's get his bitch ass. That is literally a shotgun. You are correct. But yeah, the way this guy spawns in is really cool. Oh, I do love cameras. Better lock onto the body than the head. Okay, but, like, I'm trying to do this. Destined Death's effect is opposite to Ghost Flame. Interesting. Thanks, Tish. You're a real one. Death Ritual Spear. Ritual spear used by priests of old who were permitted to come along the deathbirds. They were permitted to what? The priests became guardians of the birds through the rite of death, which also serves as an oath sworn to their distant resurrection. Interesting. So they did it as some sort of, like, promise of reincarnation thing. Notice how we got, is this one it? somewhere around here. Kind of looks like it a little bit. Got a little bit of Godwin growing around everywhere. Just a little bit of Godwin. Ghost flame come. Holy shit. I love coming along with Death. Ugh. Yucky. Flame in the DLC. Oh, what do you know? We got some more Ghost Flame here. So yeah, these giants, their chests don't have faces. Like, there's no skeletal structure for the face. Ouch. Skull fucked to death bird. I could have gone the rest of my life without that information. Dinner plate time yet? No, we're a ways off from that, Nadal. Considering I had to fucking leave for 2 hours for no reason, actually. It was a complete waste of time. Health and steeple and death. And it's the only thing that refers to the health. Now what are the stats for this? I need more int. Not unreasonable though. Greatsword patterned after the black steeple of the Helfin, the lampwood which guides the dead of the spirit world. The lamplight is similar to grace in appearance, only it is said that it can only be seen by those who met their death in battle. So, the lamplight, I do believe is a tree. So, it's interesting that the Helfin may be another tree. Yeah, it does look cool. It looks a lot like the, Morian blade in Dark Souls 3. Ugh. I hate being congested. And it happens to me all the fucking time. I wake up congested every day. I should probably go grab a drink or something. That's probably a good idea. Yeah. So the Helfin may be a tree, though a steeple refers to, like, the steeples of a church. So it'd be cool if it's, like, a tree that has some kind of church built into it. Also, it's presumably, like, a black tree, considering it's the tree of the underworld, or whatever. And it has red grace. Wouldn't it be really cool if it was like an exact opposite to the air tree? It was literally like an upside down tree. An upside down black tree with a red grace. Maybe it's just named that because it looks like a church steeple? Maybe. I mean, that's also another connection there. Though red grace, presumably, you know, primordial gold. If grace was a thing back then, does that mean grace used to be red? Who knows? Suggesting peak DLC ideas? I'm just suggesting this because I watched a video bringing this up as DLC potential involving some of the stuff related to this lovely place that we're gonna get into in just a minute. I'm just gonna go grab a drink. personally, I'd much prefer exploring Helfen over exploring the Badlands. Oh, 100%. I mean, frankly, I kind of doubt the Badlands are significantly worse than Kiln. Like, it would just be, oh, it's Kiln without Scarlet Rot. Lovely. I wonder if Godwin's death root also affects the Helfen underworld? There's 100% a connection there. Because I guarantee you, Godwin's soul probably went to Helfen. Or tried to. Especially considering the cut content involving Miquella's questline, which we are going to talk about a bit in here, because this place has some Miquella and Godwin connections. It is the only other place that we get Miquella and Godwin connections. So first off, the logo of Castle Soul, it's Dark Souls 3. It's the like bleeding eclipse. Yes, the eclipse Shodal. Oh, these fucking things are here for some reason. I don't know why. I guess maybe they got them from Stormvale? That's a possibility, I suppose. It would make sense if this castle is dedicated to Godwin. Oh yeah! There's a painting in there? I have never bothered finding any of the locations for those. Looks like some dudes got hanged here for some reason. Maybe for being deserters? Of course, it'd be for being deserters from this castle and not from some other army. Because pretty much everyone here is maybe kind of a deserter. Either a deserter or someone that was discarded. Godwin, my beloved, lore-wise, he is so peak. Is he? Because there's really not that much lore about him. Despite being the golden child of the golden lineage, there is really not that much about him relative to a lot of the other demigods. So, I love teleporting spirits. Again, everyone here is probably a spirit because they can't return to the Erd Tree from here. They're either too far away, or some part of the nature of this place keeps them from returning. Banished Knight's Shield. Tall, medium-sized metal shield, given to knights who, whether by misfortune or misdeed, were forced to abandon their homes. Most of these knights were sent to the Fringes, where they were forced to start anew with only despair for company. That's why Godric had them, because they had nowhere else to go. Same goes for these Exile Knights. And here they all are in Castle Soul. A place for soldiers of no nation. They got that 4G Erdtree connection. Ugh, 4G. I hate 4G. Anytime, back when I had my old phone, like before I got 5G, so several years ago, 4G LTE, anytime it would drop down to 4G, the service would be fucking shit. O great sun, frigid sun of soul, surrender yourself to the eclipse. Grant life to the soulless bones. So. And now that's the same from 5G to 4G. Exactly, Playfree, exactly. Eclipse Shodal. Which is, for some reason, I guess because we needed to kind of expand out of just them all being great swords. Wherever the fuck it is. Do you mind? No, I guess they don't mind. That dude's one of like the banner bearer horn blowers that we see some of out in the open. Ugh, I have to do this, it seems. How do I do it? Oh, wait, no, because this is equipment, not inventory. Oh, God. So much shit. There it is. Eclipse showed up. Pretty cool looking. Storied sword and treasure of Castle Soul that depicts an eclipsed sun drained of color. One of the legendary armaments. In Soul, the sight of an eclipse inspires a dreadful awe, preventing an onlooker from averting his gaze, which you should not do. You should not look at an eclipse. Set the lusterless sun ablaze with the Prince of Death's flames, inflicting the death ailment upon foes. So, the worship of Godwyn, as the Prince of Death, is central to this place. And the eclipse is also central to that. Frigid son of soul, surrender yourself to the eclipse. Grant life to the soulless bones. Yeah, there we go, another flame. For some reason, the eclipse will either awaken Godwyn in his soulless state, or bring back his soul. One of the two. I'm kind of leaning more into the first. Or, you know, whichever one brings his soul back. I can't actually remember what order I said it in. Kind of leaning into it bringing his soul back. For one reason we'll get into later. It's a bit fruity. A little. These dudes all got shrooms on them. What the hell are they doing around here? Imagine having that right outside your front door. Having to listen to it all the time. Bring him back and have his soul back. Maybe. It's a soul game, and I expect the natural worst. Well, maybe it was supposed to happen. It hasn't happened because it's the best thing to happen. Just like the Halig Tree. The Halig Tree was going quite well, and then Moog had to happen. As far as we can tell, there wasn't anything intrinsically wrong with the Halig Tree itself. It was just its process of growth was interrupted. This fucking asshole. Yeah, if we get some kind of Eclipse cutscene, that'll be very peak for DLC. I mean, Godwyn does seem like the most obvious DLC content, doesn't he? It felt like Deep-Root Depths was building up to having a fight with him. Yeah, I know to beat Moog before Malekith. I planned on doing that. Motherfucker. Anyway, there's only 2 of these guys in the whole castle, and they're the only ones you get the unaltered Banished Knight armor from. Isn't that lovely? And they have a low drop rate. Isn't that fun? Isn't that a fucking hoot? Yeah, we have a little chapel here. Who's being worshipped? What are they holding? A vase, perhaps filled with water of some kind. I don't know what water, what liquid. Though, in the story trailer... Don't mind me having a drink. You see there's like this liquid that comes out of Godwin after he dies. This like dark blue liquid of some kind. Maybe it's related to that. I suppose this could kind of look like Godwin. It's not really clear. Surveys of House Dick level. House Dick level. That sounds quite incredible. Naturally, gotta have some people being imprisoned and tortured. Oh, chilled. I'm pretty sure almost everyone has proposed that, oh yeah, the Godwin fight will just be the inverse of the final boss. Hi. Now, for some reason, you cannot summon Millicent for this, even though she said she was going to Castle Sol and that she would fight with you. In the meantime, here is Commander Niall, a Reskin. Commander O'Neill, how disappointing. And he has this annoying bullshit. Oh! Oh, well, that went quite well. Godwin definitely has some clearing the Bible potential. Commander Niall O'Neill, and in the DLC, Nicholas. So, Niall is a bit annoying because of those summons, but when he doesn't have the summons, he has all of this really cool shit. So, I'd say it like, I don't know. Maybe I gave him too hard of a time in the tier list, because he does have this. Something about the hitbox on that stab doesn't seem right. I feel like that should have missed. But I've seen it suggested that this guy is supposed to be like a vigor check before you go to consecrated snowfields, because if you can't handle this guy, you definitely can't handle that place. Without his minions, he's like a really good DS. Holy shit. I'm pissed. Oh my fucking god. How is this the second time this has happened today? How does that keep happening? Ridiculous. Absurd. Utterly absurd. Now we can use that shortcut. Woo! Frankly, feels like it almost takes longer to get to than just going from the normal bonfire. I don't know. Or, forgive me, the normal Site of Grace. Even though they look exactly the same, pretty much. Oh wait, there's an item here. Could you tell I was looking at my phone? Can you tell I'm still looking at my phone? You probably can. Oh boy, we only have one legendary armament left to get, I think. Pretty sure. Pretty sure it's just the Golden Order Greatsword. Ow. Oh, is the Devourer's Scepter also one? Well then never mind. This attack is ridiculous. And then he just sits there for like 10 seconds or something. Unfortunately, I was busy with that asshole, so I could not capitalize on it. Now, you could argue Nile is kind of mimicking the Dragonkin soldiers with this fucking Frost Lightning combo, but he doesn't have Flash Freeze, he just has Frost and Lightning separately. By the way, if I'm ever to lose my leg in some sort of horrific accident, definitely replace it with that. Definitely probably one of the cooler paraplegics. Actually, now that I think about it, we have a lot of paraplegics in this game. I was going to say Nile's probably the coolest paraplegic in any Souls game, and then I remembered literally Melania is in this game, so yeah. She has even less limbs than he does. There we go. Veteran's Prosthesis. Gotta say, Prince of Death having gold and black is such a cool combo. It is very cool. That is true. Okay, and now I can replace this with something else. I actually started using, which one's in Caleb? The Soar Seal? I started using that on my Rune Level 1 character. The damage increase is definitely noticeable. I guess I could use this. So, the Veteran's Prosthesis. Belated prosthetic leg and wreathed with the power of lightning, instead attached to the fist. Commander Nile, veteran of Castle Sol, offered his prosthesis in exchange for the lives of defeated knights held prisoner. He went on to lead these men as an army of no nation. Offered this prosthesis in exchange for the lives of defeated knights held prisoner. What? Am I stupid, or does this sentence not make any sense? He offered his prosthesis? Like, he offered to give it to people? In what manner? Literally? Probably not literally. Were they effectively a mercenary army? An army of no nation made of guys with nowhere else to go seems cool, I guess. Did they just do whatever they wanted? Yeah, pretty much. I could see maybe that this guy is supposed to be like these guys were effectively mercenaries, and he would offer to use his prosthesis in battle, you know, effectively, yeah, we'll go fight for you. In exchange, give us all of your prisoners. Or, you know, all of your imprisoned knights. And we'll put him to good use here. Imagine you fight Fishwin, it's kind of like Elden Beast, but then you beat him, his body's still there, and then you fight real Godwin. Like Lich Dragon, by going into a memory and it's like Radigan. That would be a cool way to explain it happening. Which also separates the two bosses for people who don't like that about Radigan and Elden Beast. That would also be very good. It is, I agree with the criticism that it's not very good when the second phase of a boss is just an entirely different boss than the first phase. Luxury secret medallion left. Does this one's description differ at all from the other ones? Nope. Lord Mikola, forgive me. The sun has not been swallowed. Our prayers were lacking. Your comrade remains soulless. I will never set my eyes upon it now. Your divine Halig tree. So, this makes things very interesting. It seems like Mikola was invested in Godwyn being awakening from his death-like slumber. For starters, where is this sword we have? The Golden Epitaph. A sword made to commemorate the death of Godwyn the Golden, first of the demigods to die. Infused with the humble prayer of a young boy. O brother, Lord brother, please die a true death. Mikola wanted Godwyn to be awakened by the eclipse, and it seems like Mikola and Godwyn were on pretty good terms, because I think he is the only demigod we hear about mourning Godwyn, which is quite ironic, because Godwyn would be presumably the oldest of the demigods, and Mikola's effectively the youngest. Him and Malenia are the youngest, but he's the one that's a perpetual child, so he gets the youngest brother position. And they're from different parents, so that, you know, that's also an interesting thing. They're only half siblings. It's possible that Godwyn liked Mikola's Halig tree as an idea. Maybe he wanted to help out with it, because it seemed like Godwyn was a cool guy. I mean, shit, he befriended Fortisax instead of killing him. You know, created an alliance with the ancient dragons. He seems like he was a pretty cooperative person, you know? And then, maybe, possibly, Godwyn's physical body needs to die in order for him to experience a true death, presumably, because only his soul is dead, but his body isn't. Maybe his body cannot even be killed when it is not awakened? Maybe, possibly, if Mikola wants Godwyn to die a true death, his fish form needs to wake the fuck up. And then it can be killed. This is sounding more and more like DLC material the longer this goes on. Oh, we gotta wake up Godwyn so you can kill his fish body. And then I guess you can go into his memory and fight real Godwyn. But the awakening of Godwyn relies upon the movement of a solar body. Do you guys know of any characters that may have been inhibiting events within the cosmos? The movements of stars? The sun being a star? Do you think maybe it was possible that Radigan was also preventing the eclipse from happening? And maybe Godwyn really needed the eclipse to happen. Mikola really wanted the eclipse to happen, and maybe that was why Malenia got sent down to go fight Radigan and Caelid in order to make sure that the stars moved in order to support Mikola's plan. And that was something so important that Malenia was even willing to throw away her pride and release the Scarlet Rot in order to defeat Radigan. This adds another potential layer onto things. Yeah, Radigan did kind of screw up some things, maybe a little bit unintentionally. You know, he was stopping aliens from showing up, but at the same time, also prevented the Age of the Erd Tree from ending, which was maybe intentional, possibly. But also was maybe preventing Godwyn's awakening. Though, who knows, maybe it's also a good thing that it hasn't. Is that the Halig tree? Yeah, I guess one of its branches would be around there. I've never noticed that before. Yeah, and that right there is the edge of Ordina the Liturgical Town. Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess that explains why that guy's looking out right there. I'll never set my eyes upon it now, your divine Halig tree. Dude, stop looking up and start looking down. It's right there. Neva, you asked a little while ago what was the purpose of the Halig tree? The purpose of the Halig tree was to provide a place for people that were rejected by the Erd tree, or that were just not a part of its order. So, you know, the Misbegotten, the Albinorics. He also did it to an extent because of Melania, because the Golden Order was not able to produce any way to cure her of the Scarlet Rot, so he was like, fuck this, the Erd Tree's useless. We gotta find our own thing to do. Also, the Halig Tree would presumably be free of the influence of outer gods, like the Erd Tree. Yeah, it was also so that Mikola could ascend to godhood, and presumably cure him of his perpetual childhood. Maybe it could have theoretically cured Melania of the Rot, though I think the Halig Tree may actually be grown out of the Scarlet Rot. It does seem like that to an extent. You could argue maybe it's just a rotting because Melania's there, but considering how life is able to sprout from the Scarlet Rot, I imagine that Mikola, of all people, could have found a way to partially control the Scarlet Rot in order to control its growth. You know, control what it produces. Neves is glad the net is past the Elden Ring lore is incoherent phase, because a lot of this shit is cool. Yeah. We have kind of gotten past it a bit. Yeah, he was also kind of becoming his own Erd Tree, I guess. Yeah. Well, it's not just, oh, we've done more digging so the lore is not incoherent anymore. It's, oh, we did some data mining and found cut content that answered a lot of questions or provided way more context for things. So it's not so much we found stuff that's in the game, it was more like we found stuff that's in the game files that got cut from the game. But I digress. We still have several things to do up here in the mountains. First things first, what do I want to do first, actually? I think I want to upgrade this.
Greeting, are you here for...
No new news.
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
Hell yeah. I guess we can upgrade this again. Never mind. We uncovered the conspiracy that was keeping the lore from us. Yeah. Yeah, he was spreading his curse out into the tree. Actually, when you think about that, so actually the transmitting of curses to other bodies is something from Dark Souls. Literally the curse-rotted Greatwood. But not just that. If Mikola transferred his curse into the Halig tree, he would be freeing himself from the curse, which would allow him to grow up and ascend to true godhood, and presumably, if that means that now the Halig tree has his curse, that means that the Halig tree would just be perpetual. That unlike the Erd tree, it would actually last forever, unless you, like, burn it down or something. That's kind of ingenious, actually. So, Commander Nile is a champion, apparently. The greatest of champions. Among the greatest of champions. So he gets his shit sold here. Veteran's Helm. An old helm that has seen many battles. Worn by Nile, the veteran general of Sol. Nile was a lone survivor who commanded spirits to defend his long-past master. This aging general could not die, nor did he have anywhere to fade away. Well, I guess no one can really die, because, you know, no rune of death, he can't die. But that's cool. And having nowhere to fade away, I mean, if you're in exile, if you don't have a retirement plan, I guess that's true as well. I kind of wish the helmet could flip down. I wonder what it would look like. And then we have the veteran's armor, which is also sick as fuck. As a matter of fact... I like it. But we should probably switch out the helmet. Pairs quite well with this, but kinda want something a little fuller. Any release dates for DLCs? No, Fabian, I'm afraid there are not any yet. Though I have heard some whispers about the, oh, this definitely needs the pants for this. Shit. Apparently the recent patch has some stuff that suggests DLC. There's new DLC hair. Well, that's fantastic. Is that it? I know that's what I saw. Oh, there's new hair. Lovely. There we go. Pants to match. It's just hair. Beautiful. Oh, there's no... Well, whatever. We don't really need it with this ridiculous cape. And these big stupid boots. Look how big these feet are. So, I'm thinking... Niall, having lost his master, was either a general that served Godwyn, which, you know, Godwyn is essential at Castle Sol. Niall certainly lost Godwyn, like everyone did. And then, if it's Mikola, well, everyone's lost Mikola. No one knows where the fuck Mikola is. So he was a guy that just has no one there to command him anymore. Yeah, this doesn't work with smaller pants. It needs the big pants. But also, we're too heavy. Need something to, increase my stats. Ah. Fuck off, portfolio recovery. Always getting calls about other people's loans. Well, what if we take off the shield? There we go. Beautiful. I know I dig this cape a lot, so we're just gonna rock with this. Actually, I wonder if this will go. If this will mesh well. Niall originally followed Godwyn, but then joined Melania. Meanwhile, O'Neill was captivated by Mikola, therefore guarded Castle Sol. You mean... O'Neill was down in Caelid. You mean Niall was the one guarding Castle Sol? Oh, yeah, other way around. Will this mesh? Kinda. A little bit. And now another question. We're doing the biggest Elden bling. We've got the biggest plumes, the biggest capes. Give me Radahn's pants. This man, this guy, Niall, he wore big pants. He looks kind of fat. I mean, the armor's big, but maybe that's to compensate for him being kind of a big dude. I actually would not be surprised if, like, the aging old can't find a place to die commander was a bit overweight, especially considering not many people were coming up around here, so he probably didn't get to be that active. Now I wonder, will this be the end of your quest line?
I won't forget. Again. Mine appetite. My sin.
Soul in reference to Godwin, whom was eclipsed by Rani's moon. Now only a solar eclipse that can occur to awaken Godwin. Actually, it is interesting to consider Rani's moon is required to bring about the eclipse. Garank's Beast Claw. So we have Beast Claw, and then we have Garank's Beast Claw, which is just better. Also, I like that these all have low faith requirements. That's actually really good. That means these pair really well with just, like, mostly strength or dex build. Though strength, because that's what the Beast Claw talisman scales with. Superior incantation taught by Garank the Beast Clergyman. Long ago, Garank was a beast of such terrifying ferocity that his former name meant Death of the Demigods, which I guess we already knew from somewhere. But yeah, Garank, not to be fucked with. Speaking of things not to be fucked with, can we finally kill this goddamn thing? Yeah, you do your big slash, come on. Do the thing. Buddy. Oh. Thank God they were targeting Tish and not me. I couldn't see shit. Also, I like that both Tish and the Blackblade Kindred use the power of Destined Death. Shit. I'm not dead somehow. Ow. Isn't it wacky how this Blackblade Kindred, like just some random gargoyle that serves Malekith, is stronger than several of the Shard Bearers? I always think about that. The Shard Bearers are so important. You know, they are the people that the world revolves around, but there's so many things that are just stronger than them. Who names the beast vassals? Because his name meaning that is a fucked up thing to do for either Marika or the Fingers. That's what Garank means, beast vassal. I did not know that. Anyway, I guess we can go back here now. Yeah, I suppose we can. Delightful. Lovely, even. Notice how the Blackblade Kindred don't start steaming like normal gargoyles? The normal gargoyles steam? That was something I didn't even notice in the normal ones. Interesting. Very interesting, to say the least. This place is so pretty. Well, it's a bit of a redundant statement. The whole game is very pretty. Should go check out what's up there. Why not? This area do be cool. Invisible bridge to magic tower time. Oh, there's an invisible bridge? I did not know that. Oh, I also didn't use my runes that I got from the Blackblade Kindred. Forgot that I got those. No, his name meant Death of the Demigod, so who named him that? Because, I think it was Marika, then she deadass named him Child Killer. What the fuck? Also, are you typing on mobile? I can tell because of the weird spacing of your words. Yeah, whoever mentioned make sure you kill Moog before you kill Malekith. We are doing both of the remaining shard bearers before we light the flame up here. So, like, the fire giant's the last thing we're doing. Oh, where is the ever-brilliant gold mask? I kind of forgot that he's up here somewhere. He's on a bridge nearby. Cool. What if he were never brilliant? Heretical Rise. Oh, hello. Now this is just silly. Full stream of Melania Part 2. Nah, because you see the difference is, if we can't beat Melania in 10 tries, I'm just gonna start doing co-op. I swear to God, I'll just do co-op. First 5 tries, I do it solo. Then we do another 5 with Tish. If we can't do it in those first 10 attempts, we just start getting actual humans to help us. Maybe we'll get some guy who's just insanely cracked at the game. Heretical Rise, presumably this is from one of the old astrologers. But they also partake in the puppeteering shit, which is probably the heretical part. Also, these stones look weird. What are they afflicted with? Founding Rain of Stars. I have never heard of this spell. The eldest primeval sorcery, said to have been discovered by an ancient astrologer, a sorcery of legendary status. Summons a dark cloud of stars overhead. Shortly after, the cloud will release a violent deluge of star rain. This sorcery can be cast while in motion. Charging increases potency. Thought to be the founding glintstone sorcery, the glimpse of the primeval current that the astrologers saw became real, and the stars' amber rained down on this land. That is indeed a heavy description. Isn't amber starlight supposed to be able to affect the fate of the demigods or something? That makes that incredibly significant. So yeah, this is from one of the old astrologers. This place is the first of these towers, I suppose. Indeed, the Amber Starlight shards can affect the demigod's fate. Well then, I suppose this guy certainly affected the fate of the demigods in some manner. Falling snow marks something unseen. Clever. Don't mind me, ha ha ha. The funky balloon boys. Well, we only had 8,000 runes, I don't care. I don't give a shit. It's nice to be at that point in the game where you can just kind of have a silly death and not care. It's a state of enlightenment, really. A moronic moment. I'm full of many of those. That's what happens when you're a moron like me. But let's see, how many things do we have left to do? A few, a couple, even. Naturally, those who live in death are here. These are presumably people from the war with the giants. We got a bit of Godwin growing here. I needed a balloon boy, so it seems. So it would seem. I wonder if you'll struggle as much on Borealis as you did X-Sykes. I hope not. I hope not. Alright, where are you silly folks? You down over there? Yeah, no John Elden Ring in these mountains. That is something interesting. Fuck off. Pardon me, bitch. Can't even mind my own fucking business around here. Unbelievable. Ow. What? Well, that's an interesting inversion. Not inversion, actually. It's a remix thing. Whoa. That's kind of annoying. Oh, go fuck yourself. Please let me get an attack off on you. Please. Let me do it. Fuck you. Go to hell. Now it's way easier than it would seem. That other one is like super passive. Thank you. Deirdre Tokyo Avatar. Yeah, I guess so. But what if there were two? That one's fine, because the other one doesn't do anything. And there's not two the whole time. And the other one doesn't affect the boss health bar. It's just a matter of prioritization. It's okay, I guess. Do I see a certain distinguished gentleman? I believe I do. Hello, good sirs. How do you do on this fine day? Nice. Hey, Corin.
Nice to see you. believe you've come all this way.
What's up with Gold Mask?
I've been gripped by a terrifying thought. The rhythms and calculus of the Master's finger betray a suspicion of the holism of the Golden
And what's the
Order.
problem with that?
A conceit, I am afraid, that cannot be overlooked. Oh, but how could this be? I dread to even entertain the possibility, but somehow I cannot cast aside my doubts about the Master.
So because he
Tell me, have I
questioned
simply
your
lost my
faith,
head?
you think he's
Only
wrong.
If the Master were true to the Golden Order, why would he think to breach this forbidden mount of fire?
You are loyal to the Golden Order as it is. Gold Mask is loyal to the idea of it, of what it is supposed to be. You are the type of person that would say, oh, you think there's something wrong with your country? Well, why don't you just fucking move? As opposed to, I don't know, trying to make things better.
Oh, Master, put my mind at ease. Dispel these fearsome thoughts. I want to place my trust in you, to be your scribe.
Should I give him the tonic of forgetfulness? Do we have any more things from you? I don't think so. Corin is truly blind. He's too loyal, despite the fact he literally saw the prophecy about the Erd Tree burning down, which is, it's not that it's going to, it's that it needs to. Ooh, I had never thought of that before. It needs to, for the perfect Golden Order to come to fruition. What do you think he eats? He eats sunlight. Can't you tell he's photosynthetic? He's like a plant. Look at him, just basking in those golden rays. He won't take the potion, but it changes his ending, so yeah, I give him it. Okay. I still get the mending rune, right? He said, and I quote, "Oh, Marika's a bitch." Yeah, that was pretty much his revelation. Oh, God kind of sucks. Well, shit.
Do you need something else?
Here, eat this.
Is this? It will make me forget, you say, so that I can push aside these frightful thoughts. Would that I could. Would that I could.
Okay.
It will make me forget so that I can. Would that I could. May the Golden Order shine through you.
Yeah, whatever. Goldmask couldn't solve his equation because the Golden Order is literally built on a lie. It's not made of one true god, it's two. Exactly. Too much bullshit in this religion for him. There's too much nonsense in this current Golden Order. We should try making like a perfect order or something. Wouldn't that be neat? Got too many secrets. And now we move on to the last flying dragon reskin. Hey man. Borealis the Freezing Fog is a cool name, I must say. Am I breaking the rule about using summons only after the 5th attempt? Yes, but it's because I don't give a shit about most of these bosses. I just want to get through them. And besides... Actually, no, we encounter quite a few gank bosses around here. I suppose there's only like one boss this stream I'm not going to use Tish for. I do like the Borealis' head looks different from the other flying dragons. Oh, fuck this shit. Yeah, Gold Mask's Perfect Order would ideally just kind of fuse the current Golden Order with the one that's still acknowledged as Crucible. Could you stop that, please? Tish, do your ranged attack. Yes, yes, good. You just really like that, don't you? Later, bitch. Actually, I guess there's two bosses I won't use it on. A new power is available at the Cathedral Dragon Communion. Yay! Oh, this is our daily Gold Mask briefing. Nice. Perfect. Spirit Collar Cave. Now, what we're gonna do real quick is I'm gonna go to the bathroom, and then we're gonna go check out the new dragon incantation, and then we're gonna go check back in. Actually, no, we don't need to check back in on those two, do we? They don't show up until the Ashen Capital, right? Corn and Gold Mask. This cave does the Godskin duo, but not bullshit. Yeah, which isn't saying much. It's just, what if you fought Godskin Apostle and then fought Godskin Noble? What if that happened? Alright, so I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick and then we'll get back to business. And voila, I'm back. So, I guess we gotta step out of here first. Oh, Chilled is thinking about something. He's thinking. What could this imply? Dragon Ice. And then Borealis' Mist. Superior incantation of Dragon Communion channels the power of Borealis, the freezing fog. The ice dragons were once lords of the mountaintops long ago, until they were defeated by the fire giants and chased from the peak. So the dragons were around for so fucking long that they had been there for a long time before the fire giants showed up. So we even know what was going on there before the fire giants were there. That's cool. Dung Eater would definitely accept Moog's blood, because it would mean he could finally gain Omen features. Yeah, I suppose he would. Dung Eater's too fucked up even for Moog. Too fucked up even for the child molester. Yeah, modern dragons are so old they're older than fire giants. That's mind-boggling to think about, isn't it? I suppose that the ancient dragons are in fact comparable to actual dinosaurs. In the sense that they are actually millions of years old. Yay. I do love my spirit collars. Hey, another guy looks just like me. Well, that's funny. Mine. Inaba, disciple of Athena. Wow, you just get stun locked here. Good lord. Wonder if fire giants could have affected the Crucible and have Omen features or be misbegotten. I see no reason why not. They presumably originated from it, just like every other fleshy living thing did. There are more. What the fuck was that? What was that? White reed armor. Your only other weeb set in the game, unfortunately. Though I suppose this is an improvement upon Dark Souls, in which you would only get one. Armor of the White Reeds, fashioned from banded iron plates, worn by the Inaba, head disciples of the great swordsman Okina. The Inaba traveled in pursuit of not only the master who abandoned them, but also proper deaths, won honorably through hard-fought combat. Well, too bad there are no proper deaths here. To be a White Reed is to seek death, fitting for the Inaba, who desired nothing more than to die by the sword. So, you know, they were insane samurai. Oh, my honorable death. Do giants have grace or something else due to being linked with a different god? I don't know. It's not really clear if it works that way. Fuck you, Peach. Let's own these bitches. So, I'm fairly confident. You know, spirit callers snails. They call upon spirits the same way that we do. They use spirit ashes, right? considering that the Godskin here are a mix of apostles and nobles, I'm thinking there was a group of Godskin that traveled through here. And that the Godskin duo, which is actually like 5 or 6 Godskin, were with them. And these were just the ones that died along the way. The Godskin misogynist, that's probably what we should have gotten instead of the duo. But hey, getting so many Godskin reskins may suck, but we get to listen to the theme more, so I guess it's okay. Oh, and there we have it. The hardest Godskin boss. Godskin Swaddling Cloth and the Black Flame Ritual. Superior Black Flame Incantation of the Godskin Apostles. The Gloam-Eyed Queen led the Apostles. It is said that she was an Empyrean chosen by the Fingers. Why was she chosen by the Fingers if it was already Marika's age? Well, probably as a test of some kind, honestly. Or, alternatively, the Fingers do not necessarily have to obey the Greater Will, and we're just like, no, Marika's bad. This person should be here. Snail, why is it there? What's the lore significance? I don't know, a lot of spirit collar snails like to hang out in this cave. That's why it's called Spirit Collar Cave, and why there's many of those snails. And then we got a talisman. Godskin Swaddling Cloth. Sacred cloth of the Godskin Apostles, made from supple skins sewn together. Successive attacks restore HP. The Gloam-Eyed Queen cradles newborn apostles swaddled in this cloth. Soon they will grow to become the death of the gods. So yeah, they are born. They don't... The Gloam-Eyed Queen didn't go around looking for people and was like, hello, would you like to become a Godskin Apostle? No. She had those things from birth. Either she gave birth to them, or Eagle gave birth to them. She fucked Eagle and gave birth to them. Or used the Crucible to make them. Or maybe used a method similar to the Alban Oryx. Gloam-Eyed Queen is a MILF. Is Marika. She seems to basically kind of be Marika's rival or something. So, adds up to your own personal interpretation. Now, I do believe there should be a church right around here somewhere. Somewhere around here. Yeah, the first Church of Marika. Which, I mean, I guess means that it is literally the first Church of Marika that they made. I mean, it was pretty on in the Age of the Erdtree. It's probably a thing for, like, morale and stuff. There it is. There's that. Crucible. The Kiln of the Giants. On Wednesdays we wear skin. That sounds like a great idea. I love Skin Wednesdays. It was like Mean Girl, but with terrible cosmic consequences. Oh my fucking god. Nothing lasts forever and the Glomide Queen just exists to usher in a new order. Well, apparently that didn't work. Also, considering the Golden Order, that as far as we could tell, the Greater Will approved of, it specifically involved removing death from the equation. Now, if Melina were still here with us, she would have some dialogue for us about this place. Let me look up what exactly that was. Let's see here. Spoken echoes of Queen Marika linger here as well. Shall I share them with you? In Marika's own words, hark, brave warriors, hark, my lord Godfrey, we commend your deeds. Guidance has delivered ye through ordeal to the place ye stand. Put the giants to the sword, and confine the flame atop the mount. Let a new epoch begin, an epoch glistening with life. Brandish the Elden ring for the age of the Erd tree. So yeah, Marika was here with the troops when they were invading. We don't actually know how strong Marika was herself. You know, maybe she was about as strong as the Radigan that we fight. In which case, pretty strong. You know, it's never made clear what just being an Empyrean entails for one's power, just like just being a demigod. We don't know. Mikola seems cool, but he's a little too Griffith adjacent for me to trust that shit. That's fair. There are some sussy aspects to him, I can't lie. Godfrey went so hard in this where he actually satiated his bloodlust. Somehow. It was just that good of a war, I suppose. So here we have the big dogs from Caelid that, if you ask me, suffer from gigantism. I am fairly confident that they may be native to this place. I'm riding past Vike? No, actually, I'm going around to get to Vike. Lord Contenders Evergaol. That's an interesting title, isn't it? The Lord Contender. Round Table Night Vike. The guy who arguably got closer than anyone, and who notably does not seem to have any frenzy in his spear. And who also notably uses Dragon Cult incantations. So rather than the Flame of Frenzy, he uses lightning. Whoa, I can't believe I'm alive. So, I mean, it's the same model, but it doesn't do frenzy builder for some reason. How very, very strange. It's also very strange that we fight Vike down in Liurnia, but he's actually imprisoned up here. I guess he was projecting from in here? I guess you can do that from an Evergaol? I don't know. It's weird, though, because these seem to almost be quasi-spiritual prisons. To be fair, the Empyrean's hammer is said to be Radigan's hammer and not Godwin's? Or, okay, you mean Marika's hammer, not Radigan's. Yeah, it's hers. But that's like a smithing tool, not necessarily a weapon. Strength build Marika? Oh. Oh, don't do that to me. Don't do that to the internet. You know what they'll do with that information. Vernal was equal in my opinion to Vike, but he's less known as he's less tragic. I think they both got... Technically, Vernal got farther, whereas Vike explicitly rejected the path when they basically got to around the same place. So Bernal went through this region, Vike got up through the lift, met Shibriri, and then went back and got the Frenzied Flame, but he fucked up the process of getting it. So, Vike's Dragon Bolt. Incantation of Vike, Knight of the Round Table Hold. Summons a red lightning to bolster both the caster's body and their armament held in the right hand. Of all the knights, Vike the Dragon Spear was the one Lanciax loved the most. And he failed, isn't that sad? Let's learn a little bit more about him, shall we? The Fingerprint Set. Iron helm singed and blistered by fingers, worn by Vike, Knight of Round Table Hold. No other tarnished was closer to the throne of the Elden Lord than Vike. But without announcement, Vike traveled far below the capital and was scorched by the frenzy flame. Did he make his choice for his maiden, or did some other force lure him with suggestion? It was Shibriri. Yeah, maybe Vike beat his fire giant. I mean, if you want to suppose that technically all of these people are from different worlds, which I don't like, I guess I could accept that. But, like, there is only one last fire giant. But I suppose, nah, I imagine the Erdtree would probably be rejecting the fire giants. That's why they've all stayed dead, I assume. Unless the thorns are what's keeping them dead. Which is also a possibility. This shit is pretty cool, can't lie. It's melted. Vike failed to become the Lord of Frenzied Flame, literally because he forgot to take his clothes off. Kind of funny, but also a good thing that that happened. The giants also got no hands. Rykard did some, blasphemy on their hands, maybe. Oh, it's the last fire giant because Vike killed the reskin off screen. Well, thank you very much for that one, Vike. Much appreciated. Thank you, Vike. I'll always be hooked on you. And now we're very clearly approaching a fort. I love forts. You guys like forts? I love forts. Can't get enough. What balls are the same fucked up rot? I don't see any big balls anywhere. Pause. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Imagine Vike would have been an awesome boss if he was Lord of Chaos, assuming we fight him like the ending version. It'd be very Gale-like. I suppose it could be. Oh, the Everjail balls. I didn't notice that. You mean like the funny worm guys? I didn't see anything other than that. Those guys are always at Everjails. They seem to be made by the Alabaster Lords. Ah, the White Ridge Road. All these fucking thorn things everywhere. Dude. Yeah, big fire giant lore coming up here. Isn't it great? Fire giants have great lore. They're really cool. And the fire giant is a cool boss from like a lore, story, thematic perspective. not from many other perspectives. I actually got Briars of Punishment I mean, in that stream that didn't happen because I had to go fucking, help my dad pick up his new truck, only for us to not actually pick it up after 2 hours because they forgot to install the compressor for the AC. But we'll read Briars of Punishment. An aberrant sorcery discovered by exiled criminals. Theirs are the sorceries most reviled by the Academy. The guilty, their eyes gouged by the thorns, live in eternal darkness. There, they discovered the Blood Star. Which I hate. I think it sounds stupid, but it's probably the Formless Mother or something. Here we got more dudes praying and shit. They're looking up to their symbol of worship. Their flame of ruin. Source of their power. And they're like, yeah, that thing's pretty cool. We're gonna pray to it and shit. So monks are obviously religious, but they are also religious people that tend to deal in isolation and, what is it, asceticism? Self-denial. They are people that are prepared to live out by themselves and be denied goods, be denied, commodities, comforts, for the sake of their faith. Just look at, like, Buddhist monks. Those guys do some whack-ass shit. Ah. And here we have a Flame Guardian. Interestingly, I do not recall encountering this guy before. How very strange. I recall encountering the other NPC here, but not this guy. Nice mask, by the way. I like the fire giants look like something from mythology that would look stupid or goofy if you translated it to modern day. But they kept it anyway. Yeah, because they're from Soft, and they know how to make almost anything look cool. Do you like the fire monks because they fear what they also admire? Flame is so powerful and captivating, but it's also dangerous and shouldn't be meddled with. Even O flame cleanse me leaves small burns. Yeah, they're like people that are God-fearing Christians. They think God is super cool and amazing, but they're also fucking terrified of God. Because if God wanted to, he could fucking snap his fingers and wipe all life off the face of the earth. Personally, I don't really think you should worship things out of fear, but that's just me. Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Bruh. How convenient. It's duty bound. Yeah, I suppose. Here we have Arganthy, a guy we heard about all the way back when we encountered Adon. and the flame of the fell god. Chief Guardian Arganthy. It's interesting that these guys are just normal NPCs, like they're just normal humans, as opposed to the flame monks who are big fuckers. What? Oh, okay. That was weird. I somehow was doing Ghost Flame without having any FP. That seemed like a glitch. Shame I wasn't able to exploit that anymore. Oh, flame indeed. Let me see, is the giant incantation thing around here? By the way, we got 7 people in here. If you just hopped in and you haven't already, be sure to leave a like. Try and hit 10 likes on the stream. If we can. Which we probably can. I'm trying to remember where the giant tome is. It's probably in the fort somewhere. Either kill Arganthy or it's past Arganthy. Oh, that was close. That was real fucking close. Oh my god. Come on! Step into the flames, Arganthy. Oh my god. I was so ready to get hit by that fucking thing. Look at this terrifying weapon. Are you blocking it? Even though it's on the fucking ground? There you go. One-eyed shield. So that should go right along with the other giant shield we got. Yeah, the Visit Shield. That one's a flamethrower. This one's a cannon. Tricksome shield made from white stone depicting a malformed one-eyed god. The barrel of a firearm pokes through the open mouth. Once worshipped by the giants, this evil deity is believed to have been slain by Queen Marika. So that's probably what Marika was doing here with everyone else during the war. Going to kill another god, who is maybe an Empyrean. However, it seems like technically, theoretically, all of the fire giants are kind of Empyreans, because they can all be vessels for the Fell God, much like how Marika is a vessel for the Elden Ring. There we are, Giant's Prayer Book. Prayer book that contains the secrets of the fire giants, kept hidden by the prelates who monitor the giants' flame. I can't fucking speak today, or any day really. Giants flame, take thee, and flame fall upon them. Yes, strength build Marika. The stocks keep going up, what can I say? Why don't we go pay a certain learned cleric a visit? Not that one, though. You know the one. Hey Muriel, it's been a while.
Greetings. Do you need anything?
I do, actually.
Oh, what have we here? Very well, let us both.
Oh, the book is
learn
made of
together.
hair. Yeah, it does look like it's
Heresy
made out of a
is not
strange
native
material.
to the world. It is but a contrivance.
It is kind of
All
gross.
things can be
I mean, is it
conjoined.
grosser than the Godskin one being made of skin? So, Giant's Flame Take Thee, one of the incantations that draws directly from the power of the fire giants. There is no record of this incantation in common prayer books. Only a select few prelates know of its existence. Oh, and I guess that goes for that one too. Well, shit, we didn't really get that good a lore from that. Damn. That sucks. Anyway. Back to the mountaintops we go. Well, skin is just leather, so I guess hair just feels grosser to me. I mean, I guess. Fell gods seem to be different from the other giants. The fell god would live in every giant and would appear if a sacrifice was made for him. See, I was definitely a malevolent god who would only appear if sacrifices were made. Yeah, if your god only answers to you if you do sacrifices, and I don't mean like a fucking tossing cheesecake into a fireplace or something. I mean like sacrifices of flesh, sacrifices of people. Yeah, your god's probably kind of an asshole. Yeah, these thorns may be from these guys using some like super cracked version of the Briars of Punishment. However, think of it this way. An alternative theory, if you would. Marika was here when they were fighting the giants. Marika is the god of this land and is directly linked with the Erd Tree. She and Radigan are able to actively manipulate the Erd Tree. The Erd Tree's roots reach pretty much everywhere. Now, briars are meant to be a symbol of punishment. Briars, thorns, you know, it's something of the Erd Tree. Radigan has imprisoned Marika using impenetrable thorns, a symbol of Marika's punishment. What if as Marika was traveling through here with Godfrey and the army, she was just conjuring up these giant thorn briar spikes out of the ground and impaling the giants with them? Marika low-diffing fire giants by herself. Also, yeah, I do know the fire giants have ears where their armpits are. It's just because they're a big head. He could just need sacrifices. I don't give a shit if you need sacrifices. That's not my problem. Also, we're now close enough to the flame peak that the embers of the kiln are reaching us. Oh, and here we have some native trolls. Let's see here, yeah. Mountaintops of the Giants East. The remote, desolate eastern summit is the highest point in all the lands between, overlooking even the flame peak to the south. I'll just sacrifice some of the Miscord to gain Fell God buffs. Yeah, no Radigan needed. I would not sacrifice Miscord members for Fell God powers because I don't like having I would not like having a face as my torso. Sounds gross. So we see here in the Flame Peak. Well, we see a few things. All these fire giants are dead as fuck. They're also smaller than the one we fight. Like the one that's left is smaller than these guys, right? It's actually kind of hard to tell because they're all kneeling. I suppose you're right. Actually, are you sure none of them have hands? I could have sworn at least some of them do. Yeah, some of them have hands. That just scared the shit out of me. This keeps happening. I keep getting scared by things. Some don't, but some do. I don't know if that necessarily means anything. I mean, maybe they could have been taken from them and then grafted or something to have more fingers. I guess that's a possibility. But I don't really see why. Oh, we got the big finger crawler. Oh, the beast repellent torch, good idea. Ah! Goddamn trees. He doesn't give a shit. That's a cool ass shot of the Erd tree from here. Looks so imposing. Honestly, this place is not that bad. Tater's kind of capping a little when he's like, this is the worst place ever. I love sword monuments, though. This is probably the oldest one. The war against the giants. Champions battle. Trolls betray. Fire vanquished. The era of the Erd tree begins. So yeah, these guys, their betrayal, they probably realized they were screwed. We're just like, would I prefer to be dead or enslaved? Probably be enslaved. Though, you know, that varies from person to person. A lot of people would rather die standing on their feet than to live kneeling. Not the trolls, I guess. So their betrayal was like the final nail in the coffin for the giants. And their renouncement of the fell god is probably why they have missing stomachs. So there was a big panic attack 24/7 for me because of the finger creeps everywhere. They are quite annoying. The finger creeps will probably never not suck because they're just fucking spam machines. The Giant Conquering Hero's Grave. That's a long name. So this place was definitely built like either right after the War of the Giants or literally while it was still going on. Considering the name, it's probably made after they had been conquered. Flame protect me. The most ancient of the fire monk's incantations. Creates a fire within that greatly increases fire damage negation. It is said that this incantation was used during the war against the giants long ago, during which it protected the champions of the Erd tree. So presumably, the fire monks got their start during the war with the giants. You had the first of the fire monks, or the people who would go on to become the fire monks here. So, you know, these guys are pretty cool. I imagine they would be a great help in fighting the giants. As I've said a few times before, and a surprising twist, it is not the war with the ancient dragons that seems like the coolest thing to happen in the lore. It is actually the war with the giants. Who would have ever seen it coming? Dark Souls 2 backstory lore over Dark Souls 1 backstory lore? That's right. The Dark Souls 2 war is better than the Dark Souls 1 war. Maybe. This is fucked up. This is evil. A very malicious thing to do. Oh, definitely not seeing the pearly gates for this one. Hello. Ooh. The Giants is a bigger deal because it had a lot more people fighting in it, as well as the stakes being greater. The forge is capable of destroying the Erd tree. Funny how they culturally appropriate the giant religion and then help murder them all. What part of the giant religion did they appropriate? The flame? I guess. Ah! The trolls are included amongst the heroes. Well, that is appreciated, I suppose. I know Theodorix was a hero in the War Against the Giants, and he was a troll. The unsung heroes. So I guess the trolls were appreciated for a time, and then after the fact they were just enslaved. That sucks. For them. I mean, it's just kind of shitty in general, but, you know. Giants got treated like shit by the Golden Order, but at least the Carians did them better. Carians did do them better. That is true. Now, before we do this, we need to see what's down here. There we go. That took a minute. Fuck you. Oh. That's frightening. The long ass ladder, my god. Oh, we're just right back up here. For God's sake. Fun fact, the Watchdog's Greatsword has S rank strength scaling. Oh, well that's interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could actually get their sword, though I shouldn't be surprised by that. Considering you can get their staff. Oh, that's just... okay. Anyway, this is a good place to use darts, I suppose. Here's where it is. Oh, a giant seal. Forgot that was down here. Forgot I had to look for it. Sacred seal depicting the one-eyed god of the fire giants, adorned with braids of red hair. Sacred seal wielded by fire monks and prelates. This catalyst enhances giant flame incantations. Yeah, these guys have really just kind of become like giant sympathizers. Why am I not... why am I... Anyway. I should have figured I could backstab these guys, especially since I tried to earlier. Now? That's interesting. Sure is a chaotic one, isn't he? There we go. Oh, nice. Final evolution of Ginger. I thought what's-his-face's head was down here. Is it back here? Oh, I see what I have to do. Let's see here. Giant conquering hero's grave. The cranial vessel candle stand. Ah, okay. I see where I need to go, I think. How did I actually get down here originally? I can't remember. I guess it was with this. Ah, here's where it is. Shadow enemies look like a broken light engine. That is true. Oh, of course, of course. The cranial vessel candlestand. Candlestand used in worship of Birak, the most hallowed monk prelate of the Giant's Flame. Concerned over the lazy arrogance with which the fire monks treated the flame, Birak severed his own head as a lesson to the others, intending to use it as a candlestand. His faith yet smolders from within the cranial vessel. Tater's just coming in to say the crag blade, instead of being a large thrusting sword or fist, should just be claws. Don't know why I didn't think of it. Is that all you're in here for? You should stick around, since we're going to be finishing up your favorite area soon. So yeah, Birak cut his own head off because he thought that the fire monks were too lazy. I don't think that really worked out for him, since they ended up worshipping the Giant's Flame anyway. Here we clearly have the symbol of Leyndell, which also kind of seems like the symbol of Morgoth. I think Morgoth just uses it because it's the symbol of Leyndell. In case you had any question where these guys' allegiances ultimately lie. Now still working just mid-work thought of the day. I see, I see. Fascinating. Alright, buddy. Come here. Come on now. Oh shit, I forgot they could do that. I don't remember the last time I saw a troll do that, actually. Actually, it does reach up a bit further than just their stomach. It's like all the way up through their fucking chest. So I suppose they could have had a face there at one point. I know you hate it as much as me, so that's all I need. No, actually, going through it right now, it's really not that bad. least the way I've been going about it. Oh, never mind, we're good. Well, that was easy. Quote from the Fire Prelate armor. Etch this sight upon thy breast of my thunderous gravity. It's a rare drop, and I wanted you to know it said that. Beware of my gravity. Beware of my big fat fucking ass. Thank God we have this here. So, time for a guy that's a boss for some reason, even though we've encountered him as a basic enemy before getting here. Which is why I kind of don't like this guy as a boss here. I liked him in other places, but not here. Being awfully passive. Ah. Ooh. Shit upon. The aesthetic is what saves the area. It's definitely the high point of the area. Ah, all the Zamor stuff. Zamor Mask. Mask worn by Knights of Zamor, hailed as heroes in the war against the Giants. These long-lived warriors, clad in biting, freezing winds, are said to have been the mortal enemies of the Fire Giants since time immemorial. Wasn't that cool? It's very cool, as a matter of fact. I don't like the open sleeves, so we'll stick to fingerprint. We maintain our vibe. Updated. For the modern age. Then we got some more curved swords somewhere. It's actually the curved greatsword. Fucking weird looking one. An apparent devotion to winter. The curved blade is styled after an icy wind and imbued with a powerful frost effect. I wonder if these guys were worshippers of, or companions to the ice dragons. That would probably explain why they hate the fire giants so much, other than being, you know, elemental opposites. The reason I don't like this region is a combination of being too big for the amount of content in it, and that it feels like everything in it is a reskin. It is true there's a lot of reskins here. That cannot be denied. Sad as it may be. Did I not sit at the site of grace here? Did I not? I mean, it's fine. We get to go over the same cool chain bridge again, because after Dark Souls 2, they learned chain bridges are the coolest thing ever. A chain so big that you can walk across it like a bridge. It's fantastic. I guess I somehow never touched the site of grace. That's amazing. Good thing we didn't desperately need it. Yes, I'm leveling intelligence so we can use the health and steeple later. because it's the last big region of the game, so they have the most things to reskin from regions before it. Yeah, that makes the most sense. Again, you know, Elden Ring's a big game. There was only so much stuff they could make for it. So, you know, as the game goes on, you're gonna see more asset reuses. Oh, leveling it does increase my flame damage? Well then, it's a fine investment. What do you know? Another church. How convenient. It is Okina time. More like Okino time. Oh, yeah. We're just gonna claim this so we don't have to run all the way back if he kills us. Church of Repose. I do believe this place has dialogue as well. Look at you, you rivers of blood users. You motherfucker. You goddamn casual. Disgusting. Be gone from my sight. I use a less popular, broken weapon than you. Yeah, get nerfed, idiot. Rivers of Blood and Okina Mask. A wooden mask that depicts an old man baring his teeth. Kinda looks like Ishin. Source of the sobriquet of the great swordsman of the land of reeds. Raises dexterity as it lowers focus. The more he sharpened his mind, the more the absurdities of the world came into stark relief. And so Okina renounced it all, and rose to a higher plane. There was only himself, his katana, and its mastery. Before long, Okina became a demon of a swordsman. I guess he really is kind of like Ishin. Shit. So he was just, this world's stupid, I like fighting and killing things. I am just gonna do that. And not only that, I'm gonna be the fucking best at it. Okay. Okina so based and cool? Oh, you haven't heard enough yet. I have a theory on him. But first, more based and cool Okina stuff. Rivers of Blood. Weapon of Okina, swordsman from the land of reeds. A cursed weapon that has felled countless men. When Mohg, the Lord of Blood, first felt Okina's sword and madness upon his flesh, he had a proposal. To offer Okina the life of a demon whose thirst would never go unsated. So Okina found Mohg, fought him, and Mohg was like, wow, you're cool and you're also fucking nuts. How much would you like to just kill people forever? And naturally he accepted. So, why is Okina at the Radigan festival? Because Radigan is regarded as the mightiest of the demigods. Why would Okina not want to go fight him? It's the same reason Alexander wants to fight him. Why is he all the way up here, so far away from everything else? Well, Okina wants to fight strong people, right? You know, he wants to pursue the mastery of his sword and use it to fell greater and greater foes. If he were like, I don't know, Narajus, that bloody finger we encounter in Limgrave, well then he would just be in Limgrave, killing like random loser Tarnished. But only the strongest and most accomplished of the Tarnished have made it here. So Okina just sits around here, waiting for the greatest of warriors to arrive, so he can kill them. However, he ended up fucking with the wrong person. Us. So, yeah. If we lived in medieval times, I'd be built just like Okina. You keep telling yourself that, Neve. How many golden seeds do we have? Oh, I just need one more. If Okina wanted, he could probably become Lord. Yeah, he probably could. Ain't that funny? Eleanor's the strongest bloody finger according to Yura, but I don't know. I think Okina would be insane. I mean, pretty sure Okina has higher scaling than a fucking, Eleonora does, so I think Yura just never met Okina. You never met the guy, so he just didn't know. Now, I do believe there's Melina dialogue for the Church of Repose. Melina. Let's see it. Is there not? No, I guess she doesn't have one for this one. Okay, cool. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We're gonna go fight Fire Giant. That's the last big thing we have to do today. Very big. No pun intended. Okina's canonically stronger than Godric, just to make you once again laugh at how weak Godric is. Yeah, but, you know, after a certain point, there's almost no point in laughing about how many people are stronger than Godric. It's just like everyone with a name you encounter after Limgrave is stronger than Godric. He is a big fish in a small pond. He's a bitch. When Moog, the Lord of Cope, first felt Okina's cheese and spam upon his ass, he had a proposal to offer Okina the life of a scrub whose meta would always go unpatched. Brilliant, Heavenly. They should print this out and put it up in a museum or something. It's incredible. Now then, I'll be back in just a minute. And alas, I am returned. Rivers of Salt by Ernest Hemingway. That's incredible. That's magical, honestly. So, let's not wait any longer. I quite like the atmosphere of this place. It's nice. We're going through a graveyard of giants. Remark on how powerful the giant we're about to face is, and then keep in mind, Godfrey and Marika and their armies wiped them out. They killed like 100 of those. Also keep in mind how powerful a singular fire giant is. Oh yeah, we got some bigger ones. We got some big boys. Holy fuck. That is the biggest hand I've ever seen. Marika is cracked, it seems. Who would have thought God is cracked? Yeah, that one up there. That one's more about the size of the last giant. That one. Now this boss arena conveniently has 2 entrances. And right by this one, inside the boss arena, very interestingly, is Alexander's summon sign. Hey man, you're looking delightful. Yeah, I know. keep in mind how much stronger a single giant is than most of the demigods. That one fire giant that we're about to fight, stronger than Godric, stronger than Renala. I know she's not a demigod, shut up. Stronger than Morgoth. Arguably stronger than Radon, at least in his current state. We don't know exactly how strong Godwyn is, but considering he got killed in Night of Black Knives, probably stronger than Godwyn. Especially considering this thing is stronger than most of the dragons we fight. Also, I have to say, this OST, very underappreciated. It's actually really good. People that say Elden Ring OSTs are bad, or that they're not memorable, are just not paying attention to them. Now, there are several details I quite like about this guy, that we actually have to stand back to see, because, you know, how the fuck mouse works. I like that he's so big, but his hair is still hair, that he's able to tie braids smaller than a human would be able to tie on their own body. You'll also notice quite a bit of his flesh has like rotted off. I do believe this man is suffering from frostbite. Look at his arm. Look at how fucked up it is. All of his fingers look like they're broken and healed incorrectly. And of course you have his like here, which is fucked up. And looks like it's being splinted by probably the bone of one of his fellow dead fire giants. It's really fucked up. Oh yeah, the monks did his hair up for him. Isn't that nice? And he is in fact susceptible to frostbite. God, that's a cool shot. How many people have theorized on what exactly the big blade is? It's been a while, so I don't exactly remember what we've proposed it is. Look at that! Alexander is fucking cracked. Yeah, look at those toes. That's dead tissue. His frost resistance resets in phase 2 as he's a totally different entity. That's interesting, but also makes sense given that now his god will be awakened. So there's some obvious problems with this fight. First of which, you cannot fucking see most of it. Because of how giant he is. You're biting his ankles. That's not very interesting. The other problem is this arena. It's uneven. It hasn't happened yet. There are times when the fire giants are going to get caught on the environment, or the ground will be uneven. And you just won't be able to hit him. That's the first time I've actually died to him in a while. I was wondering how well this would go, though to be fair, I am not fully engaging with the fight right now, so... And it's not a big deal. I still got time, so... And it's probably best to take a little time with the fight so we can spend some time critiquing it. Yeah, positioning is very important. Another issue is the ability to use Torrent in this fight is incredibly misleading. Using Torrent in this fight is a fucking bad idea, because Torrent doesn't really have iframes. Like, you can use Torrent, like if you want to get away you suddenly summon him and you unsummon him, but... Oh, excuse me. I think I just choked on some of my own saliva. What the fuck? I hate when that happens. Oh god. It's the negative energies of this fight. They're resurging. My softened opinion on it is having negative consequences on my health. But yeah, this guy's a fucking wreck, physically. I also hate that tracking. Did you see how he turns on a pivot when he's holding that up for that fucking delay? That is not good. So yeah, the two biggest problems with this fight are one, camera. not see most of the fight. 2, the issues with the environment. Oh, here we're getting into the non-flat platform issues. No, fuck yeah, we're... Oh my god, look at all the damage we're doing. Fuck. Ouchie. Yes, muted. There's a whole big argument going on right now. Which is a shame, because there's a lot I want to talk about. Okay, I think that's it for now. So, a lot of things to talk about. First off, Fellow Gods awakened by a sacrifice of flesh. It's an asshole god. 2, some people have pointed this out. Its eye looks like the gravitational poles of Saturn. Just something interesting to keep in mind. 2, its weak points in this phase are its hands and its eye. How exactly you're supposed to attack the eye during this phase as a melee player, I have no clue. The fight is definitely more enjoyable when you do it this way, at least with Alexander here. I don't know, Alexander of course makes the fight more enjoyable. But another issue with this phase is the hands being weak points are not obvious if you're not using lock-on in the fight, which I think is a bit of a problem. I think this phase is generally better I did not know if he was going to do the flamethrower move there. He'll bait you to go in, and then just open up the mouth. Oh, fuck. Shit. Am I dead? Oh, I'm not dead. That's a pleasant surprise. Okay, I thought I was about to die there. Holy fuck. The other issue is he moves around so fucking much. It's kind of annoying. Still kind of got that elevation problem here. The uneven environment. I can't even tell what he was just doing there. Still got the camera problems. Something that is really good is one, that phase transition is one of the best FromSoft has ever done. It's so fucking gruesome and eerie. Come on, Alexander, we can take him. Don't die! Fuck. Shit. I won't let it be for nothing! The phase transition slaps, this thing's design slaps, and also, Fire Giant Phase 2 is great. Listen to this OST, it's phenomenal. Yeah, the music transition is great. It's outstanding. My bane once more. I am thinking of the ghost flaming of that. Thank you for the suggestion. Oh, I should have done the other one. Fuck. Come on, we can do it. We can do it, Torrent. There we go. Ooh, that was close. So, with that, the fire giants are no more. Yeah, what a way to end it. Jesus Christ. Holy shit, dude. I do, as much as I begrudgingly say it, I do enjoy that fight more as I've done it more. I mostly enjoy it with Alexander. If you're gonna fight the fire giant, do it with Alexander. Makes it way better. I don't hate it as much as I initially did. Mostly because, you know, I'm going through the game. I'm getting to this point at much higher levels than I did in my first playthrough. I got here at like fucking level 71 or something stupid like that. And, you know, I have a better understanding of how the boss works. But it definitely has some serious issues that really hamper the quality of the fight. But it's got good spectacle. If nothing else, it has good spectacle. Yeah, you hear a horn and a roar droning noise as the fell god awakens. It sounds so menacing. Yeah, it's really good. It is great timing. This fight has phenomenal atmosphere and presentation. It does that really, really well. It's one of the best in the game when it comes to that. Fortunately, kind of falls behind when it comes to some other things. Activating the Site of Grace up there won't automatically make me do the flame thing, will it? Because I wanted to wait to do that. Remembrance of the Fire Giant. The Fire Giant is a survivor of the war against the Giants. Upon realizing the flames of their forge would never die, Queen Marika marked him with a curse. O trifling giant, mayst thou tend thy flame for eternity. So, this guy is being seriously dehumanized here. For starters, Marika's just like, oh, fuck you personally. If your flame's not going to die even when your entire race does, then there's no point in killing all of you. But You, as a singular fire giant, are very powerful, and also as punishment for your existence and defiance of my order. Here, you will tend to this flame forever. You'll just stand around it, because it's the center of your society. It's the focal point of your species. You're going to tend to it. So you'll be a free guardian for the flame that I don't have to pay or provide benefits for or anything. You can do that rotting away here from frostbite and overlooking the graveyard of your entire species. Isn't that fucked up? Second thing, unlike many other characters, Fire Giant doesn't get a name, you know. Fortisax gets a name, Placidusax gets a name. I mean, fuck! Barely anyone in the universe knows that Placidusax exists, but we still get his name. Fire Giant doesn't get a name. You know why? That would mark him as an individual. That would mark him as a person with a name. Assuming the giants have names, which, I mean, I assume they do. But why bother? He's the last of the fire giants. He doesn't need a name. He is the fire giant. When someone says, oh yeah, the fire giant, it just in general, the fire giant, they'll know which one they're talking about, because there are no others. You are the last one. There's no point in you having a name anymore. You are the fire giants. Of course, here we are. The Giant's Kiln. Place that greatly confused me upon first arriving here. This is the heart of the Flame of Ruin. Pretty interesting, isn't it? It is a crucible, funnily enough. Perhaps it was always in opposition to life, I suppose, because it's a flame of destruction. So I wonder if this was around back when the Crucible was around. Was this a Crucible in opposition to the Primordial Crucible, and that just carried over when the Crucible became the Erd Tree? Something interesting to consider. I also wonder if the essence of the Fell God was divided out amongst the giants, and Marika killed the Fell God, but it still endured because it was within the giants. If we killed the last of the fire giants, does that mean that the Fell God is actually dead now? Or does it live on in the flame? I suppose both of these are possibilities. It depends on if the Flame of Ruin is just something the Fell God created, or if the Fell God is the Flame of Ruin. Guess it depends on that. Fell God lives on in the flame, I suppose. So he's not dead, but all of his vessels are gone, so he's pretty much powerless to do anything now. Which, you know, fuck you, I guess. Though, I suppose we're gonna give you what you want relatively soon. How the fuck did people stand out there? But we're not lighting this thing up right now, because, you know, we're gonna do that later. And next stream we're gonna be doing, Consecrated Snowfield. So, we're gonna wait to do that until we start Furu Missoula. Yeah, one more god rejected. I love rejecting gods. Yeah, next time we're going to do Consecrated Snowfield in the Mogwin Palace, and then after that we're doing the Halig Tree, and then we do Furu Missoula, and then we're done. I think I'm actually not going to do Placidusax during the Furu Missoula stream. I'm not sure if I will. I might not, because I think it would be nice if the last stream is just all of the Elden Lords. Placidusax, Godfrey, Radigan, and us. I think that would be nice. I think that would work. I don't know what you guys think. Giant's Red Braid. Hefty whip woven from the flame red hair of a fire giant. Every giant is of red hair, and Radigan was said to have despised his own red locks. Perhaps that was a curse of their kind. So this is where people get into the dispute, because they don't have reading comprehension skills, where they're like, oh, Radigan was cursed by the giants to have red hair. Why? Why the fuck would they do that? That doesn't make any sense. After all that happened, all the fucked up shit that happened, and at which point Radigan was either in Liurnia, or just straight up didn't have any relevance to the War of the Giants, Why would they be like, Radigan, fuck you, you have red hair? Or alternatively, if they did it to Marika, why not curse her with worse? Why curse her, oh, you have red hair, but only when you turn into your male personality? It doesn't make any sense. Every giant is of red hair. And Radigan. I feel like the implication here is very clear. Radigan is descended from the fire giants. That's why he has red hair. That's why all his children have red hair. It's a curse of their kind. Because of their worship of the fell god, just like the fire monks do, they have red hair. It's just kind of, I don't know, the fell god imprinted it upon them as a genetic trait, so now they all have red hair. Radigan was descended from the giants. This is a possible reason for why Marika chose him as the second Elden Lord. Okay, so we have the reasons. Here are the reasons for Radigan being chosen as second Elden Lord. 1, brought peace to Liurnia. He was really good at doing that. He was good at being a peacetime leader. He united the houses of the Erd Tree and the Moon and ended the war with the Liurnians. Or I guess the Liurnian War. It was the war with the Carians. Whatever. So that showed Radigan was good as a peacetime leader. Second reason, his kids were strong as shit. His kids were really fucking cool. And, you know, if you marry him, well, now they're your kids, and you can use them as much as you want for things. If Ranni had already been chosen as an Empyrean, then it's like, hoo-hoo, oh, fuck yeah, oh my god, I get an Empyrean stepchild. I have an heir. That's fantastic. Last thing. Depending on how you want to define Empyreans, if it is a person that can become a god, or a person that can be host to power of a god, both of which are things that Marika does. Marika is a god, supposedly, but is also a host to the Elden Ring, a creation of, creature of, you know, the Elden Beast is a god by our standards, so she is literally host to a god. What are the fire giants? They are hosts to the fell god. Sure, it's for a different deity, but that means Radigan is descended of a race that are effectively Empyreans. What would maybe happen if an Empyrean happened to, I don't know, have children with someone that has Empyrean genes? Well, you get 2 Empyrean children. That's what happens. So there are your reasons for Radigan being chosen. More than merely a champion, as Mario thinks he is. Burn, O Flame. One of the incantations that draws directly from the power of the fire giants. The fire giants borrowed from the power of a fell god, and still they were defeated. Yet their failure released them from their solitary curse to serve as keepers of the flame for eternity. So the fell god, they got power from the fell god, but that god was like, okay, I've given you power. Now you have to tend to my flame forever. You must serve me for eternity. But when they got killed by Godfrey and Marika and their forces, they didn't have to do that anymore because they were dead. And I guess the curse of forever tending to the flame was not something Marika needed to place upon the last fire giant. That was something that was already upon him, just because he was one of the fire giants. That was a curse natural to them. Just some interesting stuff. And you know, with that, that's pretty much all the stuff we needed to cover this stream. So yeah, next time we'll be going into the consecrated snowfields, the real best snow area in the game. And we'll be doing the Mogwin Palace, because I'm pretty sure we can do both of those. That will probably be on Saturday. I probably won't do one tomorrow night, because I'll probably just kind of want to relax. I like taking a break in between stream days, just kind of relax, cool off a little. So yeah, that should be fun. Heavenly says, all the Empyreans are related to specifically Radigan rather than Marika. Also, if Melina is the daughter of Marika, her dad would be Radigan. Also, she is the Kindling Maiden related to fire. These are all very true things. Very true things. Chilled says I'm fucking mogging. Yeah, we're gonna be mogging very hard next stream. We're gonna take that mog pill. It's gonna be great. So yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, as always, be sure to leave a like on the stream and subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'll see you guys around. Take care. Bye-bye.